Hello and welcome to my channel. This is True Crime and Makeup, and today is True Crime and Makeup Monday. As always, we have a disclaimer, graphic crime scenes, descriptions of violent crimes, and obviously unaliving is mentioned. So, if you aren't here for that, then keep scrolling, because this is not the video for you. Today's story is about Amy Dugan Archer Gilligan, also more commonly known to family as Sister. She was a nursing home proprietor and serial killer from Windsor, Connecticut. She murdered at least 5 people by poisoning them, and one of her victims was her second husband, Michael Gilligan. The others were residents of her nursing home. It is possible that Archer Gilligan was involved in more deaths. The authorities counted 48 deaths in her nursing home, the Archer Home for the Elderly and Infirm. The case attracted wide publicity at the time and has been cited as an inspiration for the play Arsenic and Old Lace and for Frank Capra's later film of the same name. Amy E. Dugan was born on October 31st, 1873 to James Dugan and Mary Kennedy in Milton, Connecticut, the 8th of 10 children. She attended the Milton School and the New Britain Normal School in 1890. I'm not sure what normal school is, but okay. Amy Dugan married James Archer in 1897. A daughter, Mary J. Archer, was born in December of 1897. The Archers first became caretakers in 1901, hired to care for John Seymour, an elderly widower. They moved into his home in Newton, Connecticut. Seymour died in 1904. His heirs converted the residence into a boarding house for the elderly, and the Archers remained to provide care for the elderly for a fee. They paid rent to Seymour's family. They ran the boarding house as Sister Amy's nursing home for the elderly. In 1907, Seymour's heirs decided to sell the house. The Archers moved to Windsor, Connecticut, and used their savings to purchase their own residence on Prospect Street and Windsor Center. They soon converted it into a business, Archer Home for the Elderly and Infirm. James Archer died in 1910, apparently of natural causes. The official cause of his death was Bright's disease, a generic term for kidney diseases. The official cause of his death was Bright's disease. Amy Archer had taken out an insurance policy on him a few weeks before his death. The policy benefit enabled her to continue operating Archer Home. In 1913, Amy married Michael W. Gilligan, a widower with 4 adult sons. He was reportedly wealthy and interested in both Amy and investing in the Archer Home. However, on February 20th, 1914, after only 3 months married to Amy, Michael died. The official cause of death was acute bilious attack, in other words, severe indigestion. Amy was once again financially secure because during their short marriage, her new husband had drawn up a will which left his entire estate to her. The will would later be determined to be a forgery, as it was apparently written in handwriting matching Amy Archer Gilligan's own. Yeah, if you're gonna make a forgery, Amy, might want to make sure it doesn't look like your handwriting. Hold on a second. Okay, that was better. Sorry about that, guys. Between 1907 and 1917, there were 60 deaths in the Archer home. Relatives of her clients grew suspicious as they tallied the large number of deaths. Only 12 residents died between 1907 and 1910. But 48 residents died between 1911 and 1916. Among them was Franklin R. Andrews, an apparently healthy man. On the morning of May 29th, 1914, Andrews was doing some gardening in the Archer home. His robust physical condition deteriorated in a single day, and he was dead by evening. The official cause of death was a gastric ulcer. After Andrew's siblings, including Nellie Pierce, came into possession of some of his letters, they noted occasions where Amy Archer Gilligan was pressing their brother for money. What the frick? Okay, that's so weird because I could have sworn I had that up here. I did. Okay. Amy's client showed a pattern of dying not long after giving her a large sum of money. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? As the deaths continued, Nellie Pierce reported her suspicions to the local district attorney, but he mostly ignored her. So she took her story to Hartford Courant on May 9th, 1916, the first of several articles on the murder factory was published. A few months later, the police started to seriously investigate the case. The investigation took almost a year to complete. The bodies of Gilligan, Andrews, and three other boarders were exhumed. All five had died of poisoning, either arsenic or strychnine. Local merchants were able to testify that Amy had been purchasing large quantities of arsenic, supposedly to kill rats. I mean, I guess that would work on rats too, right? But that's not why she was buying it. Let's be real. Let's just be real here, Amy Archer Gilligan. We all know that's not why you were buying it. Because I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't have a job if that's all you were doing. Sad part is that it is sadly true. That's the part that sucks the most. Okay. Like, I don't know, like, poisoning seems to be women's choice, like, the woman's choice of, like, death. Like, this is how they do, like, suicide. This is how they do homicide. Like, when it comes to, like, getting rid of their spouses or whatever. I hear mostly about women who poison people. So, it's not as uncommon as people might think, as, like, poisoning isn't. At least not in my opinion. I think, like, Eileen Woodrose was the only one really not to use poison so far that I've... No, Jodi Arias. Dude, she was a quack-a-whack. Crazy. I wonder if I should do a segment on Jodi Arias. I'm definitely going to do one on Chris Watts. I know that much. Anyway, continuing along with this story, because I'm ADHD. According to M. William Phelps, author of The Devil's Rooming House, that's a new one, investigation appeared to show that Amy was buying the arsenic to kill large numbers of rats. However, it appears that she did not buy all the arsenic which killed her patients. The doctor and some of the patients had signed off to purchase it. The investigation pursued Dr. King because more evidence was piling up against him, but suspicions were focused back on Amy when someone suggested to clearly check all records of arsenic purchases. When evidence was found of Amy sending her patients to the drugstore to buy quantities of arsenic, the police were able to arrest and convict her. Archer Gilligan was arrested and tried for murder, originally on 5 counts. Ultimately, her lawyer maintained that her lawyer managed to have the charges reduced to a single count. Not really sure how that works back then, but okay. The murder of Franklin R. Andrews. On June 18th, 1917, a jury found her guilty, and she was sentenced to death. Archer Gilligan appealed and was granted a new trial in 1919. At this trial, she pled insanity. Mary Archer testified that her mother was addicted to morphine. Archer Gilligan was again found guilty of murder, but this time she was sentenced only to life imprisonment. Congratulations, you got away with it. In 1924, Archer Gilligan was declared to be temporarily insane and was transferred to the Connecticut Hospital for the Insane in Middletown, where she remained until her death on April 23rd of 1962. So, that was super exciting. That was kind of the whole story. But yeah, so, I'm thinking, obviously, of doing some hold on a second. What? That's interesting. Anyway, I'm thinking of doing, like, some, like, maybe not serial killer cases, but more like, what we would call in the true crime world and the police world, they would call family annihilators, essentially. So like Chris Watts, or something like on Scott Peterson, even. He also murdered his pregnant wife, Lacey. Maybe Casey Anthony, even. And then maybe like some like unsolved murders, because I feel like those don't get nearly enough attention, you know? Like, I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna look at something. Oh, I just dropped that on the floor. So yeah, I don't know. That's like my theory. But yeah, Anyway, that's the point. So I was thinking about the stuff like that, and then I was thinking like maybe some local cases that are more like centered towards my area of town, but also some like cults. I did do the Manson family, and now I'm thinking about like Jim Jones, and David Koresh, and the Branch Davidians. And then I want to do something on I cannot remember the little boy's name, but Tylee's mom, the whole Latter-day Saints. Yeah. So I'm thinking that, and I don't know. Other than that, I haven't really thought in depth about where I want to go from here. I do know that I want to change things up just a little bit, be a little more just a little more expansive than just serial killers. Plus, I get so many requests in my group on Facebook for things like similar to Jim Jones, Casey Anthony, stuff like that. And then I know a couple people locally that have been victims of a crime that I just feel like I could use my platform maybe to like expand on that. I don't know. And sadly, there have also been people that I've gone to school with that have been victims of a homicide that maybe like we should talk about. So I don't know. Let me know what you all think of that idea. For sure. Because I'm definitely wanting to think about expanding it just a little bit. But my next segment, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Chris Watts. Like, that's the direction I see myself going in right now. Shit. Are you serious? Baby, can you come help me? I can't pick up this fucking thing off the floor because of my nails. Oh, God, I need to get these damn things taken off.
What thing?
Piece of my nose ring I dropped. Just set it on the table. Thank you. And of course, as always, for anyone who is watching this that knows me personally and you want your case talked about or spoken about, I can do that. I promise you I will handle it with love and respect. You just gotta get in touch with me. Email me. Email will be in the box below. Text me if you have my number. Message me on Facebook or a friend. Anything like that. And I will do my best to get your story out there. But it will, as always, as I always try to do, will be handled with the utmost love and respect. I will not victim blame. I don't allow victim blaming. If you follow me on any platform, you know this. I will handle your victim with love and respect. I will not handle the killer with love and respect because fuck that guy. But yeah. So make sure you just are keeping an eye out. Get in touch with me. Let me know. Drop comments. Whatever you feel is going to work for you. Okay. And I will make it work. So yeah. But also, I know, like, a lot of people do, like, cults together. So, like, they do, like, the Manson family, and then they'll follow it up with Jim Jones, and then they'll follow it up with blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that because I feel like that would get boring. Let's just be real. I feel like that would get really boring after a while. So, we're not doing that. Sorry. I'm going to mix them up. Mix them in rather than just go, you know, gung-ho about it. Yeah. But didn't need that, apparently. You have... Because not only did I drop it, but I broke it. It's fine. Mommy,
What?
I'm quitting today.
Okay, me too, because I'm not getting back up. What'd you do now?
I mean, it wouldn't matter if you got up and got it anyway. It's broken.
What is it?
My powder, I dropped it.
Oh.
And it was open, so... Goodbye.
What powder, baby?
My pressed powder. I don't know where my blush is. It's probably lost in the car somewhere. Nope, I found it.
That's the side borrowed it?
I swear... Oh my god. Y'all, today is not my day.
What now?
I almost dropped my brush. Wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to the camera. It's okay. Fuck off. It's not my day, guys. It's just not. Alright. Ouch. Anyway, as always, please don't do anything I wouldn't do. Make good choices. And be cautiously kind to others. Have a wonderful day and be here next Monday. Bye, guys.